Drink Cinema! Cheers. All right, welcome to another episode of Two Drink Cinema, two brothers reviewing movies, two drinks at a time. Hello, Brett.
Hello, Lee. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
That is good. I am good.
Apparently you meant to say well and not good. They mean different things.
Whatever.
I'm just...
If you're listening, this is not a bloody English language fucking podcast.
Welcome if you're listening on the podcast, if you're watching it on our new Two Brothers Entertainment YouTube channel. Speaking of Two Brothers Entertainment, you should follow that on the socials as well as Two Drink Cinema because things are coming up soon.
They are. Very exciting.
Speaking of things, we're doing Tootsie this week.
That's a thing. Yeah.
It is a thing. And our cocktail for Tootsie is from a book. This one.
Yes, it's from a book and also from the movie.
It is.
Although I have slightly varied the...
That's a good drawing.
That's a pretty good drawing.
Of Go Tootsie Go.
Go Tootsie Roll.
It's not a great song. We'll get back to that.
It is... I've altered it slightly.
Okay.
Based on our preferences.
Good.
So it's nothing like what it originally is.
It's called the Dubonnet cocktail.
It's a Dubonnet cocktail, which he orders during the movie.
So I just want to give a tip. If you run a major liquor store,
yes,
that part of its advertising is that their staff know stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
I went to a store of this major liquor store.
Yeah, okay.
And I said, have you got any Dubonnet?
Yep.
And he didn't know. And so he went to the computer.
Yep.
And he typed, and he didn't know how to spell it. So I told him how to spell it. And then he goes, is it this Dubonnet aperitif?
Can't even say aperitif.
And I looked at the screen and I went, yes. So this is based on the Dubonnet aperitif.
Aperitif.
And you've done things to it. If you want all of the quantities, they've just come up on the screen, or they're about to for the YouTube viewers, and they're on our socials for everybody else.
So it's Dubonnet gin.
Yep.
I put a bit of lime juice in it just to do something else.
Okay.
And I topped it with a little bit of soda water.
Okay, and it looks like this.
That is what it looks like. Dubonnet is like an aperitif of like a red wine or something. In the past, we haven't liked those kind of things. So
no, the ruby port we didn't like. So cheers. We'll see how we go.
Ooh.
I'm glad you did the soda water.
I'm glad I did the lime juice.
Because if that wasn't watered down, I would not be drinking it.
Oh, my heart is burning.
Is it meant to be like a cocktail drink, or is it meant to be an aperitif?
It's meant to be, basically, it's just meant to be gin and Dubonnet with a twist.
Yeah, well, this picture has a full glass.
Yeah,
2
so
ounces
it's meant to be
Dubonnet and 2 ounces gin is not going to fill a martini glass.
Well, it almost did.
Oh, really?
There's not that much soda water in there. Anyway.
It's not too bad.
That's a solid... It tastes like something else I can't put my finger on.
Oh, yeah, we need to score this. It's week 3. I swear I'll get it.
It's got another... It tastes like a something else. That's a stupid sentence. You know
tastes
what I mean?
like
Like it's
Dubonnet
reminding me of another drink. No.
It looks like another drink.
It's doable. I think it'd be better if it was colder, but that's my fault. I made it.
We need to get more patreons.com/2drinkcinema so we can buy you a little chilling fridge to keep your spirits chilled.
I could just put them in the fridge. It's a big fridge with plenty of room.
No, but...
Oh, I just on my list. I also decided this is not movie related at all.
Yep.
I'm going to buy an air fryer. I'm just going to do it.
Oh, when they have one at Aldi, they're good. Or you can buy air fryer. Yeah, you can buy like an air fryer oven from Kmart, which I don't get because an air fryer really is just a small, quick oven. It doesn't actually fry.
I don't need an oven.
No, and you can't even open your oven door.
That's true.
Landlord, if you're listening. Okay.
I'm going to get kicked out now.
So...
All right. I think it's a solid... Oh, it tastes... Fuck. It's really annoying me. It reminds me of something else. It's actually quite painful.
Okay. Yeah, it's... I'm going to give it a 2.5.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just average. I probably... If it was like... I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a go. I wouldn't drink it, though.
If
You know what I
Dustin
mean?
Hoffman was sitting at a lounge with me,
And
I'd drink one.
He said, I'll get a... I'm like, make it 2.
Yeah. But
After I had some sort of mental
if
break.
Dustin Hoffman was sitting in a cocktail lounge with us, we wouldn't be able to have the words to order any drinks.
But if Dustin Hoffman came into a bar I was at,
Yep.
I would order it for him.
Oh,
Go,
yeah.
let's have it together. I had a drink with Tootsie.
And he'd go, oh, fuck, another fan trying to
Oh,
get
fuck.
me. I don't even fucking like aperitifs.
And he's like, oh, God, I didn't even drink it in the movie.
I'm sick of this Dubernet aperitif shit.
Why can't people just remember me from Meet the Fockers?
I was thinking that the other day about...
Why can't people just remember me from
No.
the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus?
He's good in Meet the Fockers.
Him and Babs are pretty good.
But you know, I was thinking the other day about Robert De Niro, not Archie De Niro.
Not his... They're not related with
Yeah. About how there's a generation of people that are like Robert De Niro. Oh, you mean the guy from Bad Grandpa?
Yeah.
Like, no, Robert De Niro.
There was an interview with, what's her name? Julie Andrews
Oh, yeah.
and Graham Norton. I feel like I've said this before. And he said there's a, basically you can tell there are older people that come up and go, loved you in Sound of Music of Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
And then there's younger people that are like, you were great in Princess Diaries.
Princess Diaries. And then I saw, it must have been in the same interview on Graham Norton, where her granddaughter went to a party and they played Mary Poppins. And her granddaughter was like 3 or 4 years old.
Had no idea.
Yeah. Had no idea that her grandma was Mary Poppins,
Yeah.
but recognised her. So spent the whole time of the movie just like up at the, like right at the TV
At the
screen.
TV, like
completely
looking
confused.
At the TV, looking at grandma going,
Yeah.
it's kind of the same but different.
Yeah.
Because it's been 60 years.
Yes.
It's kind of the same but different.
Not sure if she does still look good for her age.
She does. She doesn't sound anything like she used to.
Well, she had the issues.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Not
That's a
beard
problem.
issues.
She had an issue with her beard.
Vocal cords.
It was constraining her vocal
Yeah.
cords.
All right, so 2.5 for
Yeah.
the Dubernet aperitif cocktail.
Dubonnet.
The Dubonnet aperitif cocktail. How much drinking is in the movie?
Thanks to Jessica Lange, I believe
Yeah.
we can up this score.
So there's a couple of parties where there's champagne.
His birthday party in their apartment, which is a cool apartment actually.
Yeah, for
I'd live there.
out of work actors,
I'd live there.
it's pretty cool.
Not with Bill Murray, but I'd live there.
No. And at the party that the Broadway producer hosts, there's lots of champagne.
And when they go on their first date, whoever it is, they drink. He goes into the Russian tea room and drinks.
Yes, that's the
Sydney
Dubernet
College.
cocktail. And then the character-based drinking of Jessica Lange.
She basically, if she's not acting on the show,
Yeah.
she basically has a white wine.
Yeah, if she
I was just going to bring, our drink for today was almost just going to be a bottle of white wine.
a bottle of white
each.
wine each.
Yeah, because that's almost, I reckon that's what she goes through.
If she's not in her nurse costume acting in the hospital,
Yeah,
she's drinking.
yeah.
So it's a 5 out of 5.
I think it's a 5 as well. Because
Yeah.
there's also, quote, about drinking.
Why do you drink so
Why
much?
do you drink so much? Because it's not fattening and it's not good for me. How many things can you say that about?
Yeah.
And I wrote that down and went, I get this chick.
I'm going to get this on a T-shirt.
I'm like, she gets life.
It's the 2 Drink Cinema slogan.
It is.
So for alcoholicness on the Archie Q De Niro scale, it's a 7.5.
That's pretty good.
5 out of 5
I think-
for the movie and 2.5 out of 5 for the cocktail.
It's one of the few movies where it seems like one of the characters is actually an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we've done a lot of movies where they drink a lot. Like The Godfather.
There's a lot of drinking.
There you go. Past flashback to
Yep.
an old episode.
Yep.
They drink a lot, but it's not like one character drinks the whole movie.
Yeah.
It's all 10 of the characters drinking.
Yeah,
a
Jessica
lot.
Lange is quite possibly an alcoholic in this movie.
She's good. Jessica Lange.
She is good. She's very lovely. Like in a late 70s, early 80s lovely lady type way.
She didn't stay lovely once she met Ryan Murphy and became just a bitch in the American Horror Story.
That's all I really know her from is American Horror Story. So to see her be this quite lovely, a little bit of Vaseline on the lens.
She won an Oscar for this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Best Supporting.
Yeah.
She was good.
She was good. Maybe it was just a slow year.
Did she cry?
A little bit.
Yeah, crying helps.
But it's one of those performances nowadays. You watch a performance and go, "Oh, that's Oscar worthy." This you're watching, it's kind of like, she's good, but there's no, generally these days the Oscars go crazy for, oh my god, they had a moment. There's this big moment in the movie where they have a breakdown or they cry or they yell or something.
Well, I think in this...
Or they pretend to be Elvis,
Yeah, I think in this time, they didn't show the little clip at the Oscars. And so that's why Oscars go to moments, because they need a clip to show on the big screen.
And they show your best moment, and then they show the best moment of the other person who actually acted better across the whole movie. And they go, but that 10-second clip was better than that.
Yeah, that single speech.
Yeah.
Terry Garr was very good
She was very good. She was nominated for an Oscar. They didn't win.
I only really think I know her from Young Frankenstein.
I actually was thinking that. I'm sure I've seen her in something else, but I couldn't think of anything, and I think it might have been as older.
Yeah. I won't do a known for in case that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
George Gaines, his known for is Police Academy.
George Gaines.
He plays John Van Horn. Who is the actor surgeon who has to read the teleprompter.
Oh, yes, him.
Yeah, the tongue.
He recognised me. Yes. I recognised
when we were in that
him.
bar having a cocktail with Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
He came in because he's been following Dustin Hoffman for 40 years.
Yeah. Hoping for another big movie.
Yes. I recognised his voice as well.
Yeah,
he's got that quite distinctive voice.
Boss man from police academies.
Yeah.
All 7.5 of them.
He's like almost Leslie Nielsen, but not.
Yeah, well, I thought Flying High at first. When I first saw him, I thought, oh, he's in Flying High or Airplane, depending on where you come from.
Yeah.
But then I looked him up because I was like, he's not Leslie Nielsen. Maybe he plays the pilot, where Leslie Nielsen is like, "Don't call me Shirley."
Yes.
I saw a meme.
Oh,
it's the meme of the week.
We're audibly describing, for those that are listening, can you put a meme up on YouTube?
I'll try and find this meme again, and I'll put it up.
This is a weekly occurrence for any new listeners. To describe a meme.
I'll put the meme up from last week because I found the one I talked about where I said it was Venom is a movie of 2021.
Oh, I saw that during the week.
Yeah, but it wasn't Venom. It was another movie.
It's like Facebook heard us talking about it.
Yeah.
And then was like, this is what Lee was talking about.
But we're not saying, Zuckerberg, that you're listening, even though you are. It was the movie Morbius, anyway.
Oh, that's right.
The meme is...
and it was... Morbius was a movie that was released in 2021.
Do you want me to describe this again?
No.
Morbius truly has to be one of the films released in 2022 so far. Jared Leto did a job playing Morpheus. Anyway, Morbius. The meme is... I need to set up what type of meme it is.
Okay.
The meme
the girl.
No, it's...
The girl with the fire
It's the text.
Okay.
Me... person,
me, you, and then a photo.
Me to my 9-year-old son.
Yes.
I've got a pun for you.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, let's try again.
Okay.
My 9-year-old son.
Yes.
I've got a pun for you.
Yeah.
Me. What is it? 9-year-old.
Yeah.
It's a joke that makes a play on words. And then me right to the bottom. I just got Leslie Nielsened by my 9-year-old son. Oh, that's great. Took way too long. Representation of Tootsie. Tootsie. So next,
none.
Yeah, next in the Archie Q De Niro scale is representation. It's not none.
There's people of colour in it.
There's people of colour in his acting class.
There's people of colour on the show.
There's people of colour in the crew in like key roles in the queue,
Yes.
not just like in the background
Yeah.
or serving the food in the cafeteria.
Yes.
So
But
it's not a zero.
for a movie that's about, how do I say it? For a movie that's about cross-dressing,
Yeah.
it's very straight. I know
Yeah.
that's not what it's about because it's not a
Queer movie.
queer movie. But Mrs. Doubtfire or Tootsie 2,
Tootsie,
Tootsie-
the nanny.
Tootsie 2, I'm a nanny,
Yeah.
has at least some representation because that's the thing that I missed from Tootsie was that transformation bit of it, of him getting into it.
You
And
wanted a
having
montage.
of "Don't tell me that to live," I wanted a montage of, or just him, because they kind of referenced it a bit in the opening credits.
Mm.
It looked like he's done makeup before, so it's like that's why he can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
found
an actor that can do makeup, so he can do drag.
I found that very quick as well.
Yeah,
It's like,
I didn't really like it.
no one's going to hire you, Michael. And then
iconic walking.
And then he walks down the
New York
street.
City. Yeah.
which I both liked and disliked.
Yes.
Because it was very quick and like you said, we didn't get a montage.
Yeah, but also it saved time.
But also, I
And
don't
you
like
knew
movies where they have to explain that shit to people.
Yeah.
If it was made in 2022, we get a montage and we get a discussion between Dustin Hoffman and Bill Murray.
Yeah.
About-
So why are you doing this?
They were like, oh, I need to come up with a way for people to hire me. And then Bill Murray says something, Bill Murray.
Well, if only you were a woman.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what women need. Men taking jobs from them.
Yeah, well, I don't think you could make it these days.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The representation is a half. Or a 1?
Well, I was going to give it a 1.5.
Right.
But then Jessica Lange says to the story about her dad drinking down at the bar with Injun Joe.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to give representation a 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Did I cry? No.
Nah. There wasn't really a moment to cry.
I almost cried at the old lady Alzheimer's Google ad the other day because I saw the full one.
I knew you were going to cry at that.
I saw the full one.
Don't say the G word too loud. My G word will go off.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, Alzheimer's is a condition.
A condition where
I was
granddaughters forget that their grandmothers played football.
I was listening to another podcast during the week.
Yep.
And they were talking about like technology and taking over and all that kind of stuff.
Skynet.
And
the robot that broke the chess kid's finger.
And it was like, and they were talking, the host, and they were like, blah, 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 Alexa, da, da, da. And then they go, oh, sorry to anybody who has an Alexa that's listening. It probably just went off. And then it goes, hey, Alexa, transfer money to account. Yeah.
Hey, Alexa, go to patreon.com/2drinkcinema.
Yeah. Anybody out there who's got an Alexa, subscribe.
You're already a patron. Alexa's done it for you.
Tootsie is not a cryy movie.
Because there's no big victory.
The ending. We'll get to the ending.
Oh,
yeah. No crime.
No.
It's more of a comedy movie, though.
It's
with
a
dramatic
nice
moments.
It's a nice moment. I did like the moment where Jessica Lange's dad kind of forgives Dustin Hoffman.
That was a nice
when they're
moment
having a
the
beer
bar.
in the bar. Yeah. But it's not a crying moment.
But that also makes me not like the ending. You wouldn't do that.
No.
I ain't no queer. And then you'd punch him in the face. Oh, but he's a nice guy. That's what
He's a
needed to
nice
hit.
guy. That's why Dorothy, if Dorothy was a real person, would have fallen in love with him.
Yes, yeah.
But
I forgot
instead,
his name.
Dustin Hoffman as a woman fell in love with Jessica Lange.
Which segues nicely into our next letter.
Horniness.
The horniness of the movie. Michael
Dorsey
Dorsey
is horny.
is horny for Jessica Lange.
No, before that.
Oh, at the party.
Michael Dorsey is horny for any woman that walked into his apartment.
You go, have I met you? This is my apartment. That's my bed. Should we go over there?
Yeah, can I have your number? I gave it to you before. Oh, well, can I have it anyway?
Yeah.
But
And the tongue. There's a character named The Tongue.
yeah, there's a couple of sleazy men. The director is a sleaze.
Dabney Coleman. That's who Dabney Coleman is. Yeah.
And the surgeon guy is a sleaze as well.
Yes.
George Gaines, John Van Horn. And, yeah, Dabney Coleman, Ron Carlyle. They're both sleazes. Dustin Hoffman is horny for Jessica Lange and Gina Davis, but not horny for Terry Garr until Terry Garr catches him in his room and the only solution is to have sex with her.
That's
terrible.
What a great first scene for Gina Davis in her movie career.
She is skinny.
Yeah.
And hot.
You know what
and nothing.
You know what was messing me up? There was a Gina Davis movie, right? Gina Davis is in it. And they were calling another character Dottie. And that's her name in A League of Their Own. And it was messing me up. Every time they were talking about Dottie, I'm like, where's Gina Davis?
Where's Gina Davis?
Maybe
10 years older.
Too much A League of Their Own. Actually, that's not a thing. I take that back.
Gina Davis, 10 years older.
Yeah.
In A League of Their Own. So...
The horniness is a solid 3. Dustin, Doctor, Director. The 3 Ds of horniness.
3 Ds of D horniness. All right, so the horniness is a 3.
Yeah, a 3. Let's go a 3.
Yeah.
This is going to be up there so far.
Okay, insults.
All right.
Oh, a great insult. Right, Sidney Pollack, who I didn't realise was the director until I looked him up.
Yeah.
No, I didn't realise the director was playing that guy. I knew Sidney Pollack was the director because it came up in the opening credits.
Yes, but you didn't realise who Sidney Pollack was.
But I've also seen that guy in movies.
Yes.
And now I know
And
Sidney
TV
Pollack,
shows.
the director.
It is another episode where somebody in the movie has also been in Will and Grace. We are just watching movies. If anybody's new, the way we pick our movies is if they've been in Will and Grace or ER, from my perspective.
Well, and from my... Well, you know, what covers every single actor in American history is Law and Order.
Law and Order, yeah.
So every person in every movie ever has been in an episode.
It's like if we
of
were
Law
doing
and
an Australian movie, we'd just go, you have to pick a movie by an actor that was in Home and Away.
Neighbours.
Or Neighbours.
Home and Away or Blue Heelers.
Yeah, done.
More Blue Heelers content coming soon, by the way. Stay tuned for that and follow at the Two Brothers ENT for when that is coming. It's not a name.
Growing on me, by the way.
Michael Dorsey. When the guy from Southwest General gets the role on Broadway that was meant to be Michael Dorsey's, right?
Yes.
And then Sidney Pollack says, he's a name.
Yeah.
And Dustin Hoffman goes, Michael Dorsey's a name. He goes, no, it's a name to send back a steak. I thought that was
it's interesting. Yeah, it's an
that was
old
great.
school kind of thing.
That's great. Yours is a name to send back a steak.
Terry Garr.
Ordinariness.
Terry Garr's a bitch.
Just
jealous. She calls Dorothy a cow.
Yeah.
And she called
Fat
some
too.
other woman fat.
She calls Dorothy fat.
Yeah, right. But also I wrote this quote. I don't know who said it. And it goes, it's just, were you ever famous? No. Then how can you be a has-been?
Oh, that's true.
It's good. I don't know who...
I wrote macho shithead. I don't know who says it.
Macho
but
shithead.
That comes up a couple of times, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe to the...
Probably about the director.
The director
yeah.
is a macho shithead.
Dabney Coleman, who plays the director...
He's great.
I've seen him in 3 things, maybe. All around the same time. I think he's the main boss arsehole guy in 9 to 5.
Yep.
Mr. Something Something.
Yep. Franklin Hart Jr.
And he basically plays the same character in everything I've seen him in. So character actor.
Yep. So he plays Ron
And
Carlyle
does it quite well.
in Tootsie. He played Franklin Hart Jr. in 9 to 5, which I haven't seen and I really need to.
Ooh.
He plays McKittrick in in War Games, which is an average movie. But he's been working up until 2019. He was in an episode of Yellowstone.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Is he dead now?
No, he's in something called Someday Sometime, which is in pre-production.
Oh,
And he's
no.
playing Ivan Fogel. He's 90.
Watch out, listeners and watchers. if he dies soon, it is my fault. I shouldn't say that. That's going to sound like I killed him.
Brett has a curse.
I have a curse that's pops up a little bit, but I didn't kill Olivia, so it's all right.
His the Beverly Hillbillies.
I knew he was in that. I knew.
Yes, he's the boss banker man.
Yes,
he plays
a boss guy the whole time.
Yeah, he plays Franklin Hart Jr. from 9 to 5 as another character in.
We need to watch that.
Lily Tomlin's in Beverly Hillbillies too.
Yeah, she's
his assistant.
Yes, like in 9 to 5. There we go.
There you go.
Oh,
6 degrees. Okay.
The insults are good.
His top 4 are War Games, 9 to 5. You've got Mal and Tootsie.
Right.
Okay.
I'll remember that.
The insults are good.
The insults are good. I wouldn't take anything away. You know, I'm not going to
Macho
use it.
shithead.
Macho shithead. Actually, I probably will use that.
I'd love to say to someone, you've got a name for a man to send back steak.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's ever going to come up.
No. And also, I'm a nice person, so I'm not going to say that to their face.
No.
I'm going to give it someone a macho shithead behind their back.
I'm giving it a 2.5 for insults.
Yeah, I like that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one we do differently. Okay.
Lee's favourites, little
Enclosure.
Enclosure.
Well, we get everything from the almost studio apartment of Dustin Hoffman and Bill Murray.
Yeah.
To the farm.
The farm, they don't live there though.
He does.
The dad lives there.
The dad lives there.
Right.
I'm giving it a 2.
I'm giving it
2 is apartment. They don't live in a trailer.
And Jessica Lange works in an apartment.
Lives in an apartment. It is a big one.
It's a nice apartment.
Yeah. But she has a nanny.
Yeah.
Is the kid the director's kid?
I assumed that.
Yeah. It's a baby, so I would guess so.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Quotability.
I
don't believe in hell. I believe in unemployment. I wrote,
oh God, I begged you to get some therapy. Oh, Sydney Pollack says to Dustin Hoffman about getting some therapy.
Oh, when they go into the Russian tea room.
And then you go Russian tea, he's like, I begged you to get some therapy. Sydney Pollack nails this.
Oh, yeah. It's almost like he made the whole role for himself.
Yeah. The other quotability thing I wrote is when they're screen testing Dorothy.
Yes.
And they zoom in, I was like, oh, zoom out.
Yeah, zoom in, not too much.
Zoom out. And she goes, go farther back. I'd like to make a bit more attractive. How far back can you go? And the person goes, how about Cleveland?
That's not nice.
There's the quotability of no one in this town will hire you is iconic.
Okay.
But it's not like quotable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Used in everyday life.
Yeah.
A good quote that is not used in everyday life because it doesn't apply to a lot of situations. I was a better man with you as a woman than with a woman as a man. That he says to Jessica Lange at the end. Ugh. I'm going to give it a 1 for quotability.
And a half. I'm going to give it a 1.5. We do separate on this.
Yeah, we do separate. Yeah. But then what drink is in it?
We do joint.
Just for an update.
There was really only one answer to that.
I'll give you a halfway update before we get into the De Niro scale. I can tell you already it's going to beat Flubber. Flubber got 22.75 and we're already up to 21 for Tootsie. Right. Drink, Coke.
Coke?
There's a bottle of Coke in Jessica Lange's apartment.
All right. I didn't notice.
It's the only time you see it.
It's a Coke movie.
I switched on at that point. I was like, we're in her kitchen. What is she drinking? It isn't white wine.
Quick. Somebody's drinking.
There's a bottle of Coke on her kitchen bench. So drink is whether or not it's Coke or Pepsi. And we give 2 points to Coke and 1 point to Pepsi because we are a Coke family.
Yes.
RC Cola comes third.
A very distant third.
Our friend that loves RC Cola had her birthday the other day.
Oh, not the one that loves LA Ice.
Oh no, LA Ice. Yeah. LA Ice comes fifth.
Shout out to you if you're listening.
And remembers that really obscure reference
that we didn't include them in.
No. She'll be like,
I love LA Ice.
She's like, I love LA Ice. I always used to take it to those boys' parties. Whoever they're talking about must have great taste.
Oh.
We love you if you're listening. One other person's going to get that joke.
Yeah,
and they don't listen to the podcast.
Oh gosh, alrighty.
This is the problem with family podcasts, is that
this is why we needed a subject.
Otherwise, it
and a
was going to be
topic.
Lee and Brett host the In-Joke podcast.
It's going to be those other people that are just mates that talk shit.
They've made a good career out of themselves, so don't worry about that. All right,
okay.
Endurance is in the De Niro scale. Smoking indoors has not endured. There is a lot of smoking.
There is. We touched on it briefly earlier. I don't know if you could make this movie today.
Yeah, no.
Especially because the problem that I kind of had with it was the subtext of there isn't a woman out there that's strong enough to play this strong woman on TV. So we have to get a man to do it. But they didn't know it was a man. I'm not saying it's the TV people.
The TV people have said, no woman's good enough, we need a man to play the woman.
They didn't say that because they didn't know it was a man.
No.
But, yeah.
I'm not sure I got too much of that subtext.
I didn't like... Yeah, I don't know. There was something about it that just didn't sit right.
You know what didn't quite click, or they didn't go deeply enough into, was, as a woman, he's a feminist. But it takes him far too long, and they don't discuss it, that he's an asshole to Terry Garr.
Well, that's the
push and pull thing.
And
that's the
why
conflict.
I didn't like the ending, because do they stay friends?
Yep.
Do they?
I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but then, asshole to Terry Garr, they don't stay friends. Still kind of a dick and an asshole to Jessica Lange.
Lied.
But they end up together in the end.
Or do they end up together, or just she's using him for his wardrobe?
They did the walking...
Oh, they did the walking away
off
thing.
in the distance
Yeah,
while
okay,
the credits
that's
roll.
Hollywood, they're
it's
together.
Implied.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't like that, but then it was like... It's a too much of a happy ending. And I know it's that kind of movie, but he did this thing that was a bad thing.
Yeah.
He shouldn't kind of get away with it.
Yeah. And I do like that they didn't just go, let's make jokes, and this is not a criticism of Mrs. Doubtfire, let's make jokes of a man dressing up as a woman, which Mrs. Doubtfire does, but...
It came off a bit...
Mrs. Doubtfire has the family thing, which not contradicts, but complements the purer jokes of a man being a woman.
Yeah.
They made him a woman, but they made him a feminist. And obviously the arc of Michael Dorsey is that by being a woman, he realises how tough it is for women.
Yes.
But he's still an arsehole to Terry Garr.
Yeah.
And he's
too horny for Jessica Lange.
But then at the end, he's not an arsehole to Jessica Lange. But he doesn't go and make amends with Terry Garr.
That's what I didn't like.
Yeah.
Unless the shot of the fact that then they're both in that play together in the end means they've reconciled.
But
that doesn't really show
when she
anything.
loses it in their apartment, she's like, don't talk to me ever again. Yeah. Don't call me. I'll see you at rehearsal.
Yeah.
So that is Terry Garr being professional, more professional than Michael Dorsey, the has-been.
Yeah.
Might have been famous actor.
Yeah. I also don't like the comment from the dad, Jessica Lange's dad. He
I
made
ain't
some
no
comments
queer.
at the end about women. Or
by the fireplace.
Bulls are bulls and roosters don't lay eggs.
Yeah.
That's an outdated.
That's not going to fly these days.
No, the thing for me was like, it came of like the man had to come in and save and be the feminist, and a woman couldn't be that.
Yeah,
but
I
that's
understand
what the movie is. A movie where a woman goes and gets a job and becomes a strong woman is a it's kind of a shit movie if I'm explaining it that way. There's no
Yeah.
twist on the.
Yep. There's no twist on it.
Yeah.
It is a bit of an interesting way, and this is something that we're going to talk about a lot in our Rainbow Popcorn podcast, which is
Yeah.
coming up soon, about presenting a story that needs to be presented to an audience that isn't that audience.
Yes.
So using Dustin Hoffman's playing of a woman to highlight the issues of women to men who wouldn't watch Jessica Lange face the issues of being a woman. Like if you made this drama, look how tough it is for Jessica Lange to make it in TV.
Yeah.
Men aren't going to see that. But a comedy with Dustin Hoffman in it,
Yeah.
men I think are more likely to see.
Yes.
So I think there's an element of using that, which is a little bit pandering.
Yeah.
And so all of that doesn't stand up.
No.
The jokes I think still work though.
I think the humour still works.
And there's
it's
no
not
special
offensive
effects.
to
There's
me.
no special effects to fail.
So I don't know. It's like a 2.5. It's average. It's 2.5 for me.
Soap operas haven't changed in 40 years.
No.
And unfortunately, doctors sending a battered woman home to her beating abusive husband hasn't changed either.
No.
But there's still the spots for the feminist
I think it's
quotes.
you could make a similar movie, but not the same. You could still
Yes.
have a man
And in terms of endurance,
dresses up as a woman to get a job.
you have to watch this as, oh, this was made in 1982,
Yeah, which doesn't mean it.
which means it's not
it has
great with the endurance. So I'm going to give it a 2.5 because the comedy still works
Yep.
and the performances still stand up
Yep.
and the look of the movie still works.
I'm also going to give it a 2.5.
Okay. Nostalgia. I had no nostalgia because it's the first time I've seen this movie.
I don't have nostalgia either because it's not a movie we watched when we were young.
Made me
So was
nostalgic
Zero?
for Rain Man because this is about a similar time for Dustin Hoffman. It's
Right.
not, but it's a younger Dustin Hoffman than Meet
Right.
the Fockers.
Okay. It
One?
made you nostalgic. So you're giving it a 1 because it made
It
you
made me
nostalgic,
nostalgic
for another Dustin Hoffman.
for a
movie.
younger Dustin Hoffman era.
I'm going to give it a 0.
Okay.
This has no nostalgia for me. We did Flubber last week. That's
nostalgia.
That's my nostalgia,
Yeah.
not Tootsie.
Yeah. Our cousin, I was talking to him about the podcast and he said, you haven't done a movie that I've watched for a while. I said, we just did Flubber
Right.
that Grandma had on VHS.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, all right, I'm going to listen to Flubber.
Yes, good.
So there's nostalgia there.
Yeah.
Impact. The only thing I could come up with for Impact, I know you've got something, but the only thing I could come up with for Impact was that the novel that Mrs. Doubtfire is based on was written after this movie came out.
So you're saying it had an impact because it also was then allowed for us to have...
It made the woman
Mrs.
write
Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire novel.
Did it though? Or are you just assuming that?
I don't know. Causation may equal the other word.
Right.
Correlation.
Correlation. Okay.
So for that, I'm giving it a 0.5.
It gave us Gina Davis.
I knew
Right?
that's what you'd give us.
In terms of impact, I don't know if this fits into the impact category, but it is parodied a lot in pop culture.
Does that go into the quotability?
Because you're not quoting the movie. You're parodying it. Like basically, there's a whole Family Guy episode on it where Stewie pretends to be a woman to get a job on a show.
That's a good one. And I'm surprised it hasn't come up yet. Whether or not we put parodies in impact or quotability.
It's had an impact on popular culture.
Okay, then. So what? Yeah, that's right. There's a whole Family Guy episode, so that's a 3
That's
for
an
you
8.
straight away.
I mean, you put that together with Gina Davis, and I'll give it a 3.
Okay, I'm going to give it a. Well, with the new information you've given, I'm giving it a 1.5.
I'll give it a 3.
Rewatchability. I think if I rewatched it without my notebook,
Yeah.
I'd get more jokes.
I think it's very rewatchable. I've rewatched it a few times. It's one of the greatest movies ever told, if you ask the American Film Institute. I totally forgot how to talk. I just had a stroke.
We're going to have a short break in a sec. Let's wrap this up.
My God, what was that?
Rewatchability. I think if I rewatched it, I'd get more of the jokes.
I think it's because it's an easy movie to watch.
Yeah.
It's not too dramatic to watch
And I think it's got the balance of comedy and comment and drama done well.
Yeah.
Which, when you get an actor like Dustin Hoffman, he can do all those things.
Yes.
It must have been hard for him at the start to be an actor that's struggling a bit and isn't great.
But that's one thing I found it hard to see Dustin Hoffman as a struggling actor.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Because he's Dustin Hoffman.
Right?
Yeah. Imagine if you were enrolled in an acting class and you rocked up and it was Dustin Hoffman giving the acting class.
I'd be all right with that.
Yeah, that's fine. So rewatchability, I'm going to give it a 3.75.
I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Okay. Overall, some other notes. It's a classic mix-up.
Oh, it's a great little classic mix-up, isn't it?
There's two women and he's told a lie. It's very Shakespearean.
Yeah.
That he's told a lie and then he has to find his way out of the lie without damaging himself, which he somehow does do and also fails to do.
Because I don't know if he doesn't work still. Like he does he gets the money for that play and that's what they wanted.
No, he'd get gigs. When Mrs. Doubtfire goes on Broadway, they'd cast Michael Dorsey because they know he can play a woman.
Right. Okay.
Speaking of, Shane Jacobson is playing in some of the laziest casting. I'm on record.
Yeah, this is a common theme.
Laziest casting in Australian theatre history. Shane Jacobson playing Edna Turnblad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
The campest man in Network News, Alan Rascal, went to the premiere of Hairspray in Melbourne.
Yes,
and asked Shane Jacobson what it's like to play a woman. But the thing of the Edna Turnblad character is it's not him playing a woman. The character is a man playing a woman.
The character isn't a man.
No,
the character's a woman.
The thing of the character of Edna Turnblad in Hairspray is that everybody knows it's a man playing a woman.
Yes.
And so the joke is it's a man playing a woman.
Yep.
It's not to the level of Divine and John Waters.
Yeah.
But
or Harvey Fierstein going out there.
Wackatus! Sounding like Danny DeVito's penguin is the...
Or sounding like... That was a better Marlon Brando impersonation than when we actually did The Godfather.
Overall, Bill Murray is Bill Murray.
Bill Murray I didn't like and was unnecessary.
It was unnecessary.
The ending...
The scene of him at the party where he's talking about, I want to play to a theatre where everybody's coming from the rain.
I don't get that.
That was just unnecessary for Bill Murray.
I would have liked a bit more of a montage transition into becoming Dorothy.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the word transition, but that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Also, Dustin Hoffman is an idiot. Michael Dorsey's an idiot. When Jessica Lange says, if you said this to me, I'd like it.
Oh, fuck
Then he says the exact same line.
That was bad.
Idiot.
Tara Garr's on the edge of a bit too much, but it still works.
She's almost the comic relief in a comedy movie.
Yeah,
her and Bill
Murray.
Murray.
Is what Bill Murray was meant to be, but it didn't quite work.
Yeah, I don't think it's great. All right, overall, I'm going to give it a 4. No, I'm giving it a 3.75.
I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our score...
I think it holds up. The acting's good, the writing's good.
It's funny.
It's funny. It's easy to watch.
And it does make a comment.
Yes.
It doesn't make it in 2022 terms, but it does make a comment.
In 1982, this would have been hilarious to see Dustin Hoffman as a woman.
Out of 100, the Archie Q De Niro score is 48.5, which puts it second below Goldmember.
Really? I think for me, Goldmember would have been right up there in nostalgia and quotability. And rewatchability and impact.
It's weird. It is weird, yeah.
Toit like a toiga. My friend said toit like a toiga the other day. I said...
Someone said it to me the other day as well. All right, we're going to take a break.
In what context?
I'll let you stew on that. over the break. We're going to come back with some reviews from Google after this short break, and then we'll tell you what we're looking at next week.
Two Drink Cinema!
All right, we're back with
We
some
are
reviews
back.
from the GOOLE.
Yes.
Mr. G. Not Mr. G from Summer Heights High.
Yes.
It may or may not have been
You
cancelled.
missed the letter G.
Do you want to start with one from a 1-star or a 5-star?
Do a 1-star, I think.
I'm using it since November and I'm on my end of the whole treatment. After my last aligner for lower, they have told me to wear my retainer for lower. Upper aligners are pending.
What?
I came to know from a friend that before retainers need to be removed, and when I asked the same, they said to go back to previous aligner and they will arrange a dentist appointment. Someone's written this review on the Tootsie page, which is obviously a review for their braces.
Oh,
1 star
Jesus.
for Tootsie
So they didn't
because
like their braces.
it has not aligned their teeth.
An exceptional cast and screenplay. The film does not date. It still elicits delight, pathos, and a slow churning comic awkwardness that comes from putting your main character not through a bad time, but the worst possible time.
The worst possible time.
That was a 5-star review.
Okay. This is that's the only 1-star review that I could find on Google.
Oh, nice.
So I went on to IMDb.
Okay.
And this is a 2 out of 10, which is almost equal to a 1 out of 5. Not half as good as it's been made out to be.
Okay.
Quote, this film is a classic. Quote, you have to see it. This is all I've heard when Tootsie is mentioned by friends. So I've seen it, and it's not half as good as it's been made out to be. Slow-paced, full of poor dialogue. If it wasn't for a good performance for Dustin Hoffman, poking fun perhaps at his own public image, this film would be totally forgettable. Sorry, I don't buy into the hype surrounding this film.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah. That's your
I
opinion.
don't know if this is so much as a review, it's just a little life update.
Okay. Someone
I
get
was-
their Twitter account confused. Their Google
I was
reviews.
15 and took my little sister to this movie. She was 14. She had never been to the theatre before. She had the best time ever. I nicknamed her Tootsie. She passed away unexpectedly at 54. On her stone
don't
there
laugh.
is a picture of a Tootsie Roll.
Don't laugh.
5 stars. Sorry for your loss, Pearl.
I'm not laughing.
You are laughing. That's why I was like, I don't know if I should read this.
I'm crying.
On her stone, there is a picture of a Tootsie Roll.
Not a picture of Dustin
No,
Hoffman.
not a Tootsie Roll. Do you reckon? Imagine, okay, what would you like on the headstone? Oh, you know,
A Tootsie Roll.
sister, mother,
Beloved
daughter,
sister of.
beloved, yada.
Yeah.
And then can you just put a Tootsie Roll? No, a Tootsie Roll. Yeah, a Tootsie Roll. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh,
This is the 1 star on IMDb, which is equal to a half star on Google.
Oh, that's harsh.
One of the worst faux feminist movies. Leave it to Woody Allen Jr., Sidney Pollack, to come up with a script written by 3 dudes on the blueprint of feminist film. No, this is not a good film.
Woody Allen Jr.
Woody Allen Jr., Sidney Pollack.
Because they're both from New York
I
and
think
make movies.
I think they're quite different.
They make quite different movies, yeah.
I think Sidney Pollack is a common funny version of
Whereas
Woody
Allen's
Allen.
just fucking weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, that's what this person thought.
Next week, are we doing a faux feminist movie?
No.
Okay. What are we doing, Lee?
It was released
Okay, good.
on the 5th of December 2007. So it's 15 years.
Yep. And what's its?
Its budget was $7.5 million and it
That's
grossed
a lot.
231 million.
Oh,
Yeah,
decent.
decent. Any ideas?
2007.
2007.
December 2007. Nah.
It was directed by Jason Reitman.
Juno.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Good, good.
It won the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay.
Yeah.
Jason Reitman was not happy that it was not eligible for the Genie Awards, which I assume are the Canadian Oscars.
Oh, yeah.
The Genie Awards were given out annually. They stopped in 2012 by the Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television to recognise the best of Canadian cinema.
So he's like,
Oh, they succeeded the Canadian Film Awards.
I know we won an Oscar.
No,
but
this
I
is
really
his
want
quote.
A Genie Award.
Reitman expressed disappointment that Juno was ruled ineligible for the Genie Award nominations. It's a Canadian director, Canadian stars, Canadian cast, Canadian crew shot in Canada. How are we not eligible for a Genie when David Cronenberg's film Eastern Promises about Russians living in London shot in England with a British crew and British cast is eligible?
Nice.
I'm sorry, but somebody is going to have to explain that to me.
Oh, Jason, you smart aleck.
Sarah Morton, the head of the Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television, said that the film had never been submitted for consideration.
Oh, well, there you go, Jason.
So
Maybe check you're doing that first.
That covered. So obviously Juno, starring Elliot Page and Michael Cera. My synonym, I invented the word and I can't even say it.
Yeah.
Synonym was going to be Jupiter's wife.
Oh, okay. Right.
Because Juno is the boss goddess of ancient Roman goddesses.
Right.
So that was going to be it.
Right. So Juno.
So Juno next week. So let's do a 6 degrees from Juno. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to Tootsie.
Right.
Go Tootsie roll.
Go Tootsie roll. Sorry
Okay.
for the loss again.
That's up there with the best of Google reviews for me. I'm sorry. I really
think
am.
your review of Braces was pretty good. Juno to Tootsie.
Juno to Tootsie.
Could probably do that, I reckon. She's been good stuff.
No, I'm going to do him. And then I'm going to do...
Sticky keys.
Oh, you pressed shift too many times.
I'll probably do... He's in that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They certainly are in that. I feel like I'm thinking about people in the same spheres,
Yes.
but I can't get the connection.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that like this person has been in a movie with a person that this person's been in.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure I get what you mean.
Go, 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 Tootsie, go, go. Another
I
word.
don't think that's how the song goes.
It's such a late 70s, early 80s soundtrack
it's
with the
great.
saxophone and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
I'm blanking.
All right, I've gone to Bill Murray
I've gone to... Oh, okay.
because I feel like there's... Bill Murray's been in funny movies
Yeah.
and so have other people. Including Jason Bateman,
Yes.
who was also in... I was about to say, got it! Jason Bateman has been in Arrested Development with Michael Cera, and then I just connected it back to Juno. Because Jason Bateman's in Juno with Michael Cera.
That is what you did.
There's a movie called Yesterday
Jenny?
with Jennifer Garner in it. And it doesn't... I watched it thinking it was like not a kid's movie, but it's a kid's movie.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate.
If anyone's out there thinking about watching Yesterday.
A few moments later.
I'm kind of blanking
Elliot
on this.
Page.
Inception.
Michael Cera, Superbad. Michael Cera,
Juno?
Jonah... Oh no, I think I might have it.
Jonah Hill. Because what's that? Superbad.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Oh no, I can get back to Jason Bateman, Horrible Bosses. I went Jonah Hill, Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, Jason Bateman.
God.
Emma Stone.
Emma
Michael
Stone.
Cera, Jonah Hill, Emma Stone. Emma Stone is
Ryan Gosling.
Emma Stone in Zombieland
Favourite. Yeah, with Woody Harrelson.
that Bill Murray's in. So Michael Cera,
Oh.
Michael Cera
Is in Juno.
is in Juno. He's also in Superbad with Emma Stone,
Okay.
who's in Zombieland with Bill Murray.
Is he in that?
Yeah,
Right.
He has a
Who's
cameo.
in Tootsie.
Bill Murray's in Tootsie. I've
There you go.
done it in 3.
Done.
Jeez, that was hard.
Fuck.
A lot of editing on my
There's
part
some
for
other
there,
way to do
or a
it.
lot of thinking music. You can't do it in better than 3.
Yeah, but there's a better way to do it.
All right, we are doing a known for And let's do it for, well, Michael Cera or Elliot Page?
Elliot Page.
Elliot Page? Okay.
2 T's. 2 L's. It doesn't matter how you spell it, Brett. Well, that.
2 G's
That.
in Page.
What's that?
That.
I'm going to do that as a very obscure one.
I'm going to do this one.
That one.
And...
Done. I've got my 4.
I can think of something, but I can't
I'm not sure about my 4th.
name it.
Not sure about my 4th one.
Because the...
While you're doing that, let me finish off my Dubonnet cocktail.
I was going to say, because the 6 degrees took so long, maybe I'll just call it at 3 and not spend any more time trying to work out the name of this one that I'm thinking of.
The show that he is currently in.
No, I've already got that one.
The one of, I think I know the one you're thinking of that I've got. Is it directed by Drew Barrymore?
No. All right.
You've only got 3.
Yeah.
And it wasn't any of the ones we said. You've got 2 of the ones we said. All right, Elliot Page.
I think it's 2 T's.
2 L's, 2 T's.
It's 2 L's, 1 T.
Right.
Thank God, because I did 3 searches and I was possibly about to out IMDb as a transphobe. But they've got Elliot Page. Okay. Known for.
Number 1.
Oh, God.
Is Juno.
I definitely should have got this one. Juno, yes.
Number 2, Inception.
Yes, I didn't have Inception.
Oh,
Idiot.
How do you not have Inception?
I put Umbrella Academy number 2.
I put Incredibly number 4.
So I got 2 points for Juno, and then I had Umbrella Academy number 2. So number 3 is Hard Candy, which I had in the number 3 spot. And in the number 4 spot is X-Men Days of Future Past.
Oh.
Yep.
I had Juno, Inception, Whip It,
Oh, yeah, good one.
right, and Umbrella Academy.
No, well, we both got 4. So now we've got to do Michael Cera.
Juno and...
Juno and Hard Candy.
God,
Michael Cera.
I don't fucking know shit.
Oh.
Well, we'll go with that one, I guess. And then...
I've got the
that
title
one,
of this wrong.
And then that one... I can't think of a 4th now.
All right, I've got 4. Done.
Yeah, I've got 4.
Apologies to Elliot Page that I thought of Michael Cera movies much more quickly.
I feel like he's done more.
I feel like he's done more out there movies. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Like Hard Candy is a little bit left of centre. This one's a good one.
First,
Superbad.
yes,
Which
correct.
I had in the number 4 spot.
I had number 1.
2, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, didn't have that.
That's a stellar cast. I didn't have that either. 3, Juno.
I had that number 2.
I had number 2 for that as well.
Ooh.
And then in the number 4 spot, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Oh. Not Arrested Development.
Nope, not Arrested Development.
And not the
starring
most random
Michael Cera,
movie I
Kat
thought
Dennings. What was it?
Year 1. And I believe this is it's a shit movie apparently.
Oh, 1BC.
And it's like Michael Cera and Jack Black are like cavemen during the Ice Age or some shit.
Shit house. But this is Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Yeah,
High
I've heard
school
of that
student
one.
Nick O'Leary, member of the queercore band The Jerkoffs, meets college-bound Nora Silverberg when she asks him to be her boyfriend for 5 minutes.
I've heard of that one. So did I win that, or what was that?
Well, I only got 2 points because I had
3.
Juno and Superbad in the wrong spots.
I got Superbad.
So you win.
Yay.
All right, so we're watching Juno next week.
Yes.
So let's get on that.
Yeah. Where can we watch it?
Enjoy some Sunny D. Is that what she drinks?
I'm pretty sure it's Sunny D.
Yeah, that's what Juno drinks to try and wee on the pregnancy spoilers. She's pregnant.
We have a friend that looks like Juno.
Oh, yeah, we called her Juno for a long time.
Yeah.
You can stream it on Disney Plus or on Foxtel Now.
Disney
Or you
Plus.
can rent it on the usual platforms. It has
Nice.
a 7.5 rating on IMDb and an 80% rating on Just Watch.
Nice.
So let's watch Juno for next week. That was our review of Tootsie. If you missed it because I rushed it, it got a 48.5 out of 100 on the Archie Q Danieri scale. Go Tootsie Roll. Sorry for your loss, Paula. Thanks, Brett. Peel. Sorry for the name wrong. Yeah. Peel. Thanks for listening to another episode of Two Drink Cinema. Watch Tootsie if you're keeping up. Already watched Tootsie. Watch Juno. If you're keeping up.
Yes.
And we'll be back next week. Two Drink Cinema.